All right, welcome back. Let me show you the trades I took to pass a funded account. I just want to start off by saying, last few months, man, I was probably like you, trying to pass funded accounts and I couldn't. I was blowing them. I was almost getting them and then not really, and then I would just blow them off every single time. In the last 2 weeks, I would say I've locked in very specifically on very specific things. I don't know if that even made sense, but the last 2 weeks I've been very focused on one strategy, one trade a day, and it's been a complete game changer for me. I was able to pass a funded account in just a few days after not being able to pass it for months and months. I just want to show you guys the trades I took today, and I kind of go over the strategy as you guys can see, just to like show proof I have been funded. And yeah, man, I just wanna get right into it. All right, it's a pretty it's a this strategy, I call it 3-step process. Okay, one, the 15 minute is gonna be your overall bias. Whether you want to go long or short, it kind of gives you the overall bias. Step two is the 5 minute. All right, we're gonna go off fair value gaps. Its second is either you look for an inverse or you look for a respect. So the 15 minute will give you the overall bias. For example, say right here, right? This is the 15 minute, 5 minute, 30 second. So the 15 minute right here, right? It was in this gap, it was respecting it. Okay, even this one right here respected it. So when you respected the 15 minute fair value gap, kind of tells you an idea. Okay, overall it's going short. You got the bias. Now we go to step two, which is now finding the 5 minute confirmation. Okay, so right here, Mondays right here. Okay, oh no, it's this one right here. It came into that 15 and started rejecting. Just like that, it also came into a 5 minute fair value gap and started rejecting. And right when you start seeing the 15 minute, okay, rejecting, which means you're probably going to go short, and then you see the 5 minute start respecting a short, then you go to the 30 seconds to get your entry. Now, what is the entry? It's this one right here. I took all of these trades. All right, this is the 5 minute fair value gaps. Started breaking down, and I look for a respect entry most of the time. Sometimes I take an inverse, but most of the time I take a respect 30-second entry. And right here, as you guys can see, 30-second entry, bounce off the 5 minute, broke down 30 seconds, and then broke down again, took it short. And I took this one kind of late because the way I take my entries, once it respects it, I wait till the candle closes from the candle before. So for example, I wouldn't take this one short because it didn't close below the recent candle. I took this one short because it closed below the recent candle. I just took it a little late. But I took that short and I aimed for around 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 risk to reward, and then that's it. Once I stopped going for home run trades, once I stopped going for like 40, 50 points every single time, like it's crazy. It 20 to 25, 20 to 30 points is all you need. Okay, you trying to go for these big body trades gives you more losses, and I'm now realizing how these 20 to 30 points, they're consistent. All right, most of the time it's 20 to 25 points, and I'm able to get them, decent amount of time, because once again I find my bias. 15 minutes short, 5 minutes short, 30 seconds short, done. All right, now we move on to the next day. That was 23 points right there. I also took a trade before. I took one more trade before all of these, like last week. I couldn't find it. I don't even know what trade I took. I just took one. But this one right here, okay, this one was a respect inverse. So let's look at the 15 minute, right? It's coming in Tuesday. Once again, 15 minute fair value gap starts to respect it, starts to break down. What does that mean? That means, okay, overall, it looks like we're going short. Step two, we look at the 5 minute. Is there any fair value gaps that it's respecting? Boom, it starts respecting this fair value gap right here. Okay, and then what do we look for? Or actually, this one right here, because I don't think, I didn't take this one because this one, it closed above it, so it basically disrespected it. So, but see, here's the thing though. This is why you need 15 and a 5. because it looks like, okay, it closed above, it looked like it might go higher, but if you look at the 15, it respected it. It respected the gap, but on the 5 minute it didn't. But I'm looking at the 15, that gave me the overall bias, which helped me look for short. So that respected the 15. I looked at the 5 minute, it created another gap, made a little rectangle. Once it went in the gap and started breaking down and rejecting and respecting the fair value gap, which was right here, I took a inverse, because looking at the price action right here, give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. As you can see how it started respecting this 5 minute fair value gap, right? It started to break down. But realistically, look at the price action. The price action is like, it's like I'm not gonna get the gap. I'm not gonna get the gap I want, because it's like slowly breaking down. But I was watching, and I was watching this bullish fair value gap, this gray box. You can see how we respected it, came down, respected it, came, respect. But once I started seeing it break down and I saw this candle close below the gap, I entered short, stop above 10 points, aim for 20 points, call it a day. Just like that. Yeah, and that was Tuesday. And realistically, like, if you really want, the thing is, what I do is I look at the 5 minute, and I basically aim for the next 5 minute, or I just look for the next gap or something. You know what I mean? Like, you could aim for this one right here, but I ended up just going for the gap, and I'm happy with 20 points. All right, that's a 1 to 2 right there. That's all I need. Because once you start going for these big body plays, man, you get less wins, and I rather get a win every single day. It adds up. I realize how it adds up. My whole mentality on trading, everything has changed. And that was yesterday was Wednesday. Oh, let me tell you one thing, actually. So this was only 20 points because I was being greedy. I was close to passing the funded account, so I wanted oh shit, I don't even know where I did it. I think it was 37 points. That's what I needed to pass the funded account. So what I did was I just put it right there, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can get it. And then it ended up started breaking up. Then I only got 20. Realistically, if I really wanted to, I could have got 25 or 27 points. All right. But there's that one. And then yesterday, I actually have a mini recording on my phone of it. Is same thing, man. Same thing. Okay. Let's see. So this one was Wednesday. Okay. I want you to look at this chart. This is the 15-minute, like, on Thursday. This is Wednesday. All right, Thursday from like last week. All right, and you can see how it reached the same level, kind of on some mini supply demand shit. So once it started reaching that level, there's no fair value gap to go base off, because basically like all-time high. But what it did was went to the same level, seller stepped in, started breaking down. This is what I liked. Okay, once it started to break down, all right, I kind of had an idea that, okay, the 5 minute is going to be too late. So this is the thing, right? It's one of those things where you kind of learn throughout the way where, okay, if you know where the 5 or 15 minutes going, that's kind of all you need. A 5 minute is good when you're trying to get a very, very safe entry, but the thing is, sometimes there's going to be plays like this where it's just breaking down fully. So then what I look for is just a small scalp off the momentum. Now, look at this. I was seeing it break down, right, on the 15 minute and even on the 5 minute. And I was like, okay, there's a high chance that it's going to go in either this gap, or it's going to go all the way down here, right, when it was falling. So when it was falling, I knew, okay, high chance it's going to keep falling, which means I have my bias short. Now I look for my entry. My entry was just a simple respect, okay. I think it was this one right here. I don't know why the hell is it so wide. Hold up. It created this. Oh shit! So it started to break down right here. 30 seconds came respect, and once again it didn't close under. This candle didn't close under this, and then this candle closed under this. I took it short. My stop was not here. My stop was like around right here. Oh wait! I'm tripping. I didn't take it short right there. That's why my stop was right there. You could have took it right there, and had the stop above for 15 points, but I was a little bit more patient because I see these plays happen a lot where it does go up respect and sometimes it just goes up right after. So what I did was I waited a little bit. Once I saw this candle close, I saw it trying to break up, then it closed. And especially when I saw this candle try to break up and it closed short, I entered short. I put my stop above. I think it was like 12 points. And once again, I could have aimed for this line right here for another 20 points, but I aimed for 19 because that's all I needed to pass that count. Okay, and once again, very simple. Find out where the 15 and 5 minutes going, and 30 second is your entry. That's all you need. Aim for 20, 25 points, you chilling. Once you start aiming for 45, 50, 60 points, like it's not a bad thing, but it's one of those where you will win less, and then I just feel like your emotion starts kicking in, bro. I love my 2025 sometimes. 20 to 30 points. I love that shit because I can kind of hit it every single day when I'm patient. And that's it, man. That's all you really need. And when I lost, I took like 2 L's. The L's were like 5 points. I don't even know where I took the L. I forgot. But I had an 80% win rate, or I think I had 2 losses, but the 2 losses were like 5 fucking points each, so it's hella small. But I ended up passing this, and I'm very happy now because I feel like I'm really starting to understand how to become profitable mentally and like trading wise, and it's becoming so much more easier. I'm already seeing results versus all the bullshit I was doing in the past. But yeah, man, that's how I got funded. I'll make another video. Actually, quick little thing. Today is Thursday. I'll show you the trade I actually took today. I'm hella mad because I ended up taking this on my personal account for just 3 micros because I thought my funded wasn't working because it wasn't working yesterday. So I could have took this on a funded with 1 mini and I could have made like $600, but I ended up making like fucking 160. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm just happy I stayed patient. But let me just show you guys the trade for today. Okay, look at this big ass box on a 15 minute. We are in a 15-minute gap, in a short gap. All right. Overall, I'm looking short. Until it breaks out of this, I'm looking short because the overall 15-minute, we're in a short. And then, oh my gosh, such a nice play. Look at this. 5-minute fair value gap. Look how it perfectly just entered at 5 minute and just broke down. I almost took it long, but I was waiting to see if it broke above it or not. I was waiting for the closure, but it ended up starting to break down. And once I saw that nice reject down, I saw this little respect, and once it started respecting, I entered off this short. Aim for the next fair value gap right here, because once I started seeing this breakdown, I was like, okay, I can get a short in, and boom, put the stop above for 9 fucking points, aimed for 28, and nice 1 to 3 risk reward, man, just like that. Very simple. We're in a 15-minute fair value gap. That means I'm looking short. 5-minute kind of gives me like the next signal, like, okay, this is when you should start looking for that entry. Once I started seeing that respect, started seeing the breakdown, 30 second, enter that short, enter right there, stop above, boom, boom, just like that. And I'm mad as fuck because, man, I could have made 600 or something, but it's all good, man. I'll catch you on the next one.